What would you do if, at 15,000 feet in the air, the wind rushing past you at 100 plus miles per hour, you suddenly found yourself trapped beneath an aircraft, your parachute wrapped around its tail, and your life hanging by a thread? In this video, you're going to see never-before-shared details of a real mid-air disaster that was caught on camera. Hear what survival skills saved a skydiver's life, and learn why this frightening incident has now sparked new safety discussions in the skydiving community. How does a parachute, a tool meant to save your life, become the very thing that puts it in danger? And what split-second decisions turned a potential tragedy into a survival story? Today, we break down that terrifying moment over Queensland, Australia. What went wrong? What happened next? And what lessons every thrill seeker should take from it? Queensland, Australia, September 20, 2025. On a sunny morning at Tully Airport, a group of 17 experienced skydivers boarded a Cessna Caravan for a high-altitude formation jump, a 16-way big-way event that skydivers practice for months. The aircraft climbed to about 15,000 feet, roughly 3 miles above the Earth's surface, where skydivers usually leap into a coordinated freefall formation. Among them was a veteran jumper, a camera operator strapped for aerial shots, and the pilot, ready to film this thrilling feat. As the skydivers prepared to exit through the aircraft's roll-up door, something unthinkable happened. The reserve parachute handle, meant as a backup, snagged on a wing flap. This accidental snag caused the reserve chute to deploy inside the plane's airflow before the jumper even stepped out. Within seconds, the inflated chute yanked the skydiver backward into the path of the aircraft's horizontal stabilizer and tail, where the canopy wrapped around the structure. That meant this man, instead of falling, was now dangling beneath the plane at 15,000 feet. The wind pulling him, the ropes tightening, and the altitude unforgiving. While overhead, the pilot initially didn't know what had happened, feeling the aircraft pitch up and losing airspeed, a sensation pilots trained to react to immediately. Inside, chaos booked the jump protocol. 13 skydivers, seeing danger, exited immediately. 2 more stayed behind to help. Below the plane, suspended by tangled cords, the trapped skydiver faced a horrifying truth. His reserve parachute was useless unless he could free himself. Then, with a drama that left fellow jumpers speechless, he reached for a tool every experienced solo jumper carries, a hook knife. For nearly a minute, amid howling wind and 15,000 feet worth of pressure, he cut 11 lines of his reserve parachute in a desperate bid to get clear. And then, he fell. Despite the chaos, something remarkable happened. After freeing himself, the skydiver deployed his main parachute, which unfurled even though it had some remnants of the reserve chute still tangled. He drifted down to earth and landed safely, with only minor leg injuries, a miracle considering what he'd just survived. Meanwhile, back in the aircraft, the pilot, with part of the parachute still wrapped around the tail, made a mayday call and prepared to bail out with his own emergency chute. But after gaining better control, the pilot managed to land the damaged plane safely back at Tully Airport. A testament to skill under pressure. What can we take from this near tragedy? 1. Even seasoned pros can face rare malfunctions. The trap occurred because a reserve handle snagged, an extremely uncommon failure mode that specialists are now studying. 2. Survival tools matter. The hook knife, not mandatory under previous regulations, was credited with saving a life. 3. Quick thinking saves lives. From cutting free to deploying the main chute, every second counted, and skill overcame catastrophe. 4. Safety protocols evolve from real danger. This incident has prompted skydiving clubs to revisit requirement and safety gear recommendations worldwide. So here's the question we want you to think about. If you were that skydiver, hanging 15,000 feet above the earth, at the mercy of wind, gear, and gravity, what choice would you make next? Would you stay calm? Would you cut loose? And at what moment would you decide that survival depends on action? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you have done what he did?